is a canvas and painting in my mind. Colors dance, spill outside the lines. I refuse to settle, never the black and white. Rock the neons until the day I die. I'm on a constant search to make my heart swell. Bite off too much, chew like hell. Have my nights spent.
Okay, so we're back with more questions and more trivia and prizes. Let's see. The first one, we're going to do another bag. This is bag number 8, Linda. We have a bag of the laces again, which we showed earlier. Okay, we have a set of nesting boxes with giraffes on the front. There's one. Come on. Get over to the chat too. 2, 3 boxes. I believe that's it. Maybe not. Yeah, it's still can. Okay, so it's a set of 3 boxes, and they all nest together. Okay, keep it. Okay, and then we have borders, again, the animal prints to go with the giraffe. Another mini album book. Another yard of the diamond bling. And we have some kind of the giraffe color flowers. These are the pops flowers, so they're 3-dimensional. And some petaloo beige flowers. Again, this is all in the kind of safari type colors. Okay, so for this game, Linda Simpson posts every day. She posts some kind of project every day. What I want to know is, what did she post today? What was her post today?
On my timeline.
And it's on her timeline. Linda okay, Simpson. So Jeannie wins. She was the first one to say a clock, and she's right. It was a clock. So that is bag number 8, and it's going to Jeannie. Okay. Cup. Okay, we have another one of the Gone Artsy cups. Okay. Yep, Jeannie said it first, so she won. Okay, so now we have a Gone Artsy cup. And the question is, what is item 400 in the store? Item 400. And you will win this foiled, whoops, I'm out of camera. Foiled Gone Artsy cup. It's your car cup. It's hot or cold. Item 400. Okay, I'm going to put some music on. Okay, we have a winner. We have a winner. Sophie wins. And she will win. She didn't already win a cup, did she?
No.
No. Okay, yep. Sophie gets a cup. All right. Congratulations, Sophie. All right. So the next thing we have is we have a set of Jelly Bean buttons. They're like vintage looking sewing, but you know, like thread tops buttons. And for this game, we're going to choose a number between 200 and 300, and I'm going to write down the number. Okay, so when I say go, you're going to go, and you have until you have one guess, unless no one comes close. So between 200 and 300. Okay. All right, I think that is everybody that's here, I believe. Let's see. We got Beach Baby, Jeannie, Mickey, Jesse, K. Myers, Sleepy Inky. All right. And the number was 239. And so the winner is, looks like it's Gina. Gina wins. Gina Strickland. Yes, Suzanne, we're going to give your book away at the end of the giveaways that we're doing now. Guessing was you were picking a number for buttons. Okay, so hopefully everybody is ready for the next one because it's going to go by fast. Okay, next we have this set of gnomes. Again, these are new in the store. These will retail for $1.50. It's 2 pieces, and they're quite large. Or well, the big one is large, and then you've got one little one. And the question is, what state does Teresa live in? What state does Teresa? She's on our DT. What state does Teresa live in? Okay, we need some music while we're waiting. Oh, Sophie got it right. She lives in Maryland. Sophie wins. It is Maryland. That's correct. Teresa lives in Maryland. We have another bag of lace here, and we showed it earlier, but I'll show it again. We have some of the lace that Suzanne just showed you. I'm trying to get the light on it. Here we go. The two-tone golden cream lace, golden ivory. Some of the cathedral lace, which Teresa used on her project. Some of the teardrop dangle lace. Also, what I believe that was what Suzanne had at the bottom of her book. This is the butterfly dangle lace that has been used a couple times tonight. Fold, please. Thank you.
Fold, please. Yes, ma'am.
This is the dragonfly lace that she just used in her book. Okay, so there's some of that.
That is so pretty.
Yeah, it's super soft.
That's going home with me.
This is the ivory 3-strand, similar to its. Marianne used the white on her project. This is the ivory.
And this is going home with me too.
And then we've got the flower bunting lace.
Not sure about that one. Can't remember. I've ordered that much.
And some of the heart garland.
I didn't see that.
Well, it's in
She
there.
hid it.
No, no. She went through the online store, so don't let her fool you. She just didn't see it. So let's see. The question for this one is, okay, where does DT Rhonda live? Where does DT Rhonda live? Okay, music's coming while you guys look.
So you better get this party started.
Sing it, Linda!
Coming up, so you better get this party started.
Okay, DD1. And the answer is Kentucky. That's right. Now, the next question is a little bit harder. She actually lives in Louisville, Kentucky. And I live in Niceville, Florida. So what I want to know is, for this next question, first let's show you the bag. I'm going to keep you waiting on the question. Okay, so we've got a yard of the diamond. This is another big bag. You've got some blue moon 3-dimensional flowers, a bag of the lace that we just showed, these darling little girl inchies, some layered pop stickers, they're 3-dimensional as well, another one of the happy birthday embossing folders, a mini album, and a package of foam thickers, the letters and the numbers. Okay, so that's what's in this package. And I want to know how many miles I would have to drive if I wanted to go and visit Rhonda. So how many miles would I have to drive from my house in Niceville to visit Rhonda? So there you go. Go find yourself a calculator and figure it out. First one with the answer wins. Okay, Jeannie wins again. Okay, Jeannie, that's 2 big prizes. That's all you can win for the big prizes. All right, congratulations to Jeannie. She has won bag number 9. Okay, we're going to turn it over to Rhonda. Now, she is having some issues with her internet, so hopefully she stays up. If for some reason she goes down, I will come directly back and we will move on to Linda's class, which will be the last one of the night. Hopefully she makes it through, but she did warn us that she's having some issues with that. I don't know if it's weather related or what, but anyway. All right, great. So we are off to Rhonda. Thank you for sticking with us all night tonight, and I hope you're all having fun, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Tonight I want to show you a little bit of some stuff to do with beeswax using the Finnabar Art Ingredients mica powders that Deb carries in the shop. And these come in tons of colors. Tons of colors. So these colors are Copper, Frozen Lake, and Cold Pink that I'll be working with. And they're really cool. So I'm going to show just a couple little things that you can do with them. First I started out, now I do not have a melting pot. So I'm using an alternative method to melt my wax. And I'm telling you, I think the stuff is evaporating. So anyhow, thanks to a video on YouTube who gave me the idea, I have just put I do not recommend this, by no means. I'm just using a tuna fish can, and I have it sitting on top of a Scentsy burner. And I'm going to turn my heat gun on to melt this down just a little bit more. And it's going to be just a little bit noisy. If you've never messed with beeswax, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of videos out there. And there's just some really way cool projects. And I'm just taking this to melt it down some. I don't think my burner is hot enough to melt the wax. But like I said, I'm just using an alternative method. I do not recommend you doing this unattended because beeswax can catch on fire. Okay, this is just off of a box. And we're going to attach some beautiful papers. This is one that I started. And this is using, let me get over here because I've got things stacked. Okay. All right. This package of paper that Deb carries in the shop, it is the Dough Crafts Paper Mania Madame Perraud's, and I'm probably chopping that up, 6x6 paper pack. And I'm going to be using some papers from this. Okie doke. And then I have just printed some off that I've seen on the internet. I've printed some off on tissue paper, and I've printed some off on, well, the same stuff, just on regular paper. Now, if you've never printed on tissue paper, I've saved some scrap cardstock that I had did. Just take it, fold it, and tape it down nicely over your, and I used cardstock. And I've just taped it with Scotch tape. And you want to get it as flat as you possibly can. Well, I had to because of my printer. And then I just shot this through my printer to print it off. Now, it was off a little bit, as you can see right here. And it probably was because of when I put it in and how long it took it to finally just drag it through due to the tissue paper. So, again, there are YouTube videos out there that talk about and tell you how to do this as well. So I'm going to use some of those papers too. Now, getting back to the wax here real quick, it's really cool. If you like vintage, it's a fun bunch of stuff to work with. So I'm just going to kind of make like a little hanging that you could hang on a door, hang on a wall, you know, something that you just want to give to someone for a gift. And I'm going to use this piece of paper here, and we'll use a little bit of that. Okay. Now what I want to do, oh, and I want to tell you about these. This is an item that Deb carries in the shop. This has the laser beam to it, and it has the push button. You're not going to be able to see the laser right now because of the lighting. What it does is it gives you a nice straight line. You just follow your beam. It has an on-off switch. It just takes a little watch battery. She carries these in the shop, and they are nice, super straight. So these would be great to use for cutting material, which I need help with because I always go crooked. So anyway, okay, I've decided I'm going to do this. First, I'm just going to tear this. Okay. And I'm wanting to get the Eiffel Tower in on this. So the first thing I'm going to do here now, and you know what? I didn't get my scraper. Give me just a second. Use an old Hobby Lobby gift card for a scraper, because when you work with the wax, you want to be able to scrape. Okay, now I'm going to give y'all forewarning. I'm about half blind. I need new glasses really bad, so I may pull out a shot just for a few minutes. And when you're working with this, you want to use a natural fiber brush, because the fake stuff will either melt or catch fire, and you don't want that. So this just says, what does this say? Nylon. It says natural bristle. So, and I don't know a whole lot about brushes because I don't work a lot with these types of mediums. So this is new to me, as it is probably, maybe, some of you. Okay, well, we're just going to, and again, I have my wax over here beside me on my little burner. Before I do that, you want to heat up your surface, okay? And the reason why is because the wax fuses to it better. So I'll have to turn this on and off periodically. So we're just going to warm this up. Just a little hot. Okay. Now here we go. I have a wider brush, but I don't want to mess it up with wax, because pretty much when you dedicate them to wax, that's where they're going to stay at, with wax. See, this is drying rather quickly, but that's okay, because all I got to do is heat it right back up, like so. And before I do that, I'm going to use my favorite distressing ink. And that would be the, I was going to burn this, but I don't know where a lighter is. Because I think that's a really cool effect as well.
Price I pay to escape the conveyor belt. One, you get one heartbeat.
Okay, now just let me heat this back up.
Take it seriously. This is your masterpiece.
And then I'm going to drop it in the floor like I just did. And then I'm going to come back over it with wax. See how it's building up on my, because I really don't think this is hot enough to keep it melted for a long time. And see, it's coming right back off. That's okay though. That is quite okay. We're just going to build that up to where we get that back on there. Nope, we want to go this way. All right. Get that wax to melt a little bit. We'll get it. No worries. But it's really cool the way the wax burns your finger like it did just then. The effect that the wax gives after you refuse it. Now, beeswax really loves wood. So doing something like this on wood would really be cool to do. And you want to put, you know, quite a bit on there. Now, tissue paper works really well with wax as well. Okay, now we're going to fuse this together. Do. This is just some old dictionary paper that I had. Just going to tear some pieces. It's also good to take and dip your pieces of paper into your wax, but use tweezers. Now, I've got this out of screen because I just don't have the room. But coat it real good with wax. Use your tweezers to take it out. And then position it where you want it. Be careful because that wax is quite warm. And then you're going to take your heat gun and heat it back down. Fuse that together.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take some pieces of my printed tissue paper and I'm just going to tear that off the cardstock here. And napkins is a really cool other item to work with when messing with beeswax. And then there they are, like that. So I'm just going to tear the pieces that I want.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this a little bit off over here. As soon as I find my scissors again, here they are. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, we're just going to keep on building here. And I really love where it says vintage right here.
Don't stop till it is beautiful. Close my eyelids, take a deep breath.
I want to put that on last. So I think the next thing I'm going to add will be this flower.
Feel the lightning down in my chest. I'm just a piece of art and the paint's fresh. Cause I'm not near finished yet. I got a pregnant mind that wants to give birth. Breathe life into these big...
Definitely work on a mat. You just want to keep building.
Into these big words I can hear the universe. In my ear she whispers one. You get one heartbeat song. Take
now is just sort of working the wax around. You get it laying in different types of depths and things like that. I think I'm going to place it right about there. We'll give it a second to kind of harden up there. Okay, now when this cools down a little bit, I'm going to use some of the mica powder because what I want to do is pull some more of those blues out. Well, while we're letting this cool down, I'm going to show you some more products that Deb carries in the shop. And if you've not seen the fun little glitters that she carries, the glitter glass, and this is how they come. They come with a little peacock charm right on them. And if anybody has seen some of my videos, I like 2-for-1s, and this is a 2-for-1. Once you're done with the little bottles, you can, you know, use them for projects. I think they're great for shadow boxes. You can use them for legs on projects. And, or you can just use the bottles to fill little pearls or flat backs or anything like that with. So, that's a fun little project. Now, I may use this on the project here. And all I've done is I've used the paper clay that comes like this, okay? And I just sat and worked. Let me set this aside so I can cool some. And I want to show you these molds because these molds are absolutely fantastic. After I knocked everything off. This is one of them. And I'm not going to pull it all the way out. So all I did was I used this little piece right here and created this little piece right here because I wanted it to look broken or sort of rough. And I just let this dry overnight. It probably really didn't even need overnight, maybe about 6 hours maybe. So, but these molds are really nice. And if you've not worked with wax before, you can also pour your wax into your beeswax into the molds and create things with it as well. Okay. The cool thing about the wax. All right, I'm going to use the Frozen Lake. And these come with, they like have shakers. And you can remove that if you need to. And let me close up my distressing ink before it dries out. Okay, I'm just going to take a brush here. And I'm just going to rub it.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
When you do this, buff your wax because it makes it really shine. And I also seen where if you use a nylon stocking, it really, and it's going to make that the mica powder shine. And it's going to make that wax shine. Again, I seen where if you use a nylon stocking, it really works great. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to use some of the copper. And I'm just going to dip right down in here and rub it wherever I want it. Blend it in with some of the blue. And then I want to come back. Oh, let me get a little bit out. There we go. Now I'm just kind of dusting my brush off to get some of the loose. All right, now Now I'm going to buff.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
See how we get some of that awesome shine? Okay, now I have already fixed me some, preset me some holes, so I'm going to use my punch here rather quickly. So it's going to be a little loud, y'all. Hold your ears. Now I have a distressing tool, the electric one, but it's noisy, so I'm not using it. So all I'm going to do is just rough up the edges using a pair of scissors, or if you've got one of the handheld ones. Alrighty then. And we're just going to tear these up. Like so. I'm going to go back to my distress ink. I'm just going to go over with the distressing ink to darken that way. It just sort of hides everything that's white. And moving on a bit. Now on this one I was playing with yesterday, I put some of this beautiful trim that Deb carries in the shop. And I just sort of hit it with a little bit of the vintage photo, just to kind of dirty it up, as I call it. So that was just some fun stuff there I was playing with. But I did want to add just a few flowers. And this is just flowers from my stash. Some of these are. These are the, and it's real cool to put these in wax as well, because it gives them a whole nother look. And again, the beautiful lace that a lot of the other DTs have shown tonight, I will be using. Now here are these. Now I'm going to hit them with just some wax. Just going to plop it right down in it, because the wax just gives them a totally different look. Just lay them in there, or take the brush and dip it all over them. It just gives them a really cool look and a really cool finish. They look very, very vintage. Probably can't see how these flowers really look, but they're really cool. So I'm sure in the pictures it'll pick out really neat. All right. I'll dip this one in the wax. And I'm going to trim down my stem just a little bit. Give that a second to dry. And always save your little stems from your flowers, because I do a lot of florals, so they're really great for twisting ribbon and things like that. And they're also great for unclogging your glue. But if no one has seen it yet in the shop, Deb has this really awesome cap now. And you can get it for 3 different size bottles. And I'll show it to you here in just a minute. This is the cap, and it has a nice fine And I'm super excited about these. A real fine little pen that slides right down into your bottle to help with your clogging. Now, when you are not using your bottle, close it back or you're defeating your purpose. Because I've got a little bit of a problem with my bottle because I did not do that. So, yeah, you cannot leave it completely open, you know, for a long period of time. Don't want to do that. Now I'm going to take one of these little blue flowers. Only thing about working with the wax, you gotta wait for it to dry.
Don't stop till it is beautiful, and you can settle for a normal life. Say you're afraid of heights, but you were meant to light the sky. This is your masterpiece. Don't forget to dream and taste the colors.
Now I've got some pearls. And Deb carries this in the shop. It's a handy dandy little tool. Love it. My favorite piece of equipment to use when crafting. If you don't have one, you must get you one. It is an awesome, awesome tool to have. Now just place that pearl right there. They're great for flat backs as well.
In the air you breathe, this is your masterpiece. Go ahead and feel it all.
And I think I'm going to add this beautiful little watch. Just right in here, right at the bottom. I'll attach it and show it to you all. Yes, it's a very cool tool. No one should be without it, especially if you mess with little flat backs or beads, or, you know, if you're making jewelry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ribbon part of this and I'm going to run it through the holes I've made. Maybe. And I'm just going to tie it because I want it very Chevy-like.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
I love to hang little things on my doorknobs. I just think it's fun to do. And that's probably where this will go.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
This is also a beautiful little piece that Deb sells in the shop. Oops. And of course, one of the games tonight was with the pink one. And this is the blue. These are very pretty. Alright. Let me see what else I want to do here. I think I will add these. These fun little tassels Deb has in the shop. She has them in a couple different colors as well.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
No, I think it'll be fine. I'm just going to snip these and then I'm just going to attach them on.
Don't stop till it is beautiful.
There's the little tassels. Then I have a little metal piece right here I think I'm going to add. So that way we have some more texture. Now, if I'm just using hot glue for purposes because metal does not do real well with hot glue, I would use E6000. but for class purposes, I'm going to just attach with, this is some from my stash. To save on time, I'm just going to attach it with the hot glue. Plus, with that wax on there, it should adhere to it quite well. In fact, I'll probably, in fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I will rub some wax on that.
Don't stop till it's beautiful.
I'll give it a second and I'll buff it some. Okay, now one more thing that I want to add to this. I'm going to set that over here and let it cool back down. Modeling paste. I'm going to use a little bit of it. Let's see. I think I'll use this one. And I'm just going to put a little bit right here. Okay. And we're going to take, I think we use the blue. So I really want to try to find some blue. Now, y'all can't see it right there. Let me get in here just a little bit better. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use a whole lot because I just need a little bit. But you take your mica powder, okay, and you can sit there and play with it. Again, I'm just using modeling paste. Now, if you have a stencil, that's great. I do not. I have one stencil to my name. So, I'm just going to take this. Now, depending on what your medium is, this is a, I think this is a matte. So this is going to be pretty matte. And if you have something that's glossy, it's going to be glossy. To me, Deb is the medium expert. Her are different. It's a, now I'm just going to take and just, whoops, rub some of this on. Okay. Because again, like I said, I wanted to bring out more blue. But now if this was a gloss, this would probably shine a lot better, of course. Again, I don't work with a lot of these mediums, so that's another way you can work with your micas. And if you got stencils, it's even better. Add some over here. I'm just rubbing it all on. Okay. But that's a little something else you can do. Now let me, ooh, that dries quick. That you can do with the micas. Let me get this up. And let me get my little buffer down here. And there we go. Very interesting little door hanger. Something for someone who just likes, you know, old vintage looking things hanging around. But let me hold it up because the shine is really awesome. And what I'll probably do is hit that with some more mica just to bring out the shine. So, but I've never done anything like this, so something a little different. And here you can see the little clock. And it also has flowers in it. I just love that face on it. So I'll probably add a few more little trinkets on it, and then you'll be able to see pictures. So there we go. And again, I want to thank y'all for joining us this evening. We have sure enjoyed having you guys. All right. Well, now I'm going to turn this all back over to Deb and Sweet Linda. And before I go, though, I have to teach Deb how to say Louisville. I heard that Louisville when she was talking earlier. So I had to tease her about that. And if anybody's wanting to know the catfish reason, she made fun of my catfish that I had posted on Facebook the other day. Because we went fishing. So she made fun of my fish. All right, everyone. Thank you so much again. And, well, let's sign off and shoot it back to Deb. Thanks again, everyone. Take care, and until next time, bye.
You get one heartbeat song. Take it serious.